This is Darth Vader Unlimited. Give yourself to the dark side. As you know, the previous live-action Star Wars series, The Acolyte, did not meet any of my expectations. In fact, the only expectation I had for it was seeing the Wookiee Jedi Kelnaka in action. We don't get that until one of the later episodes, episode 7, the penultimate episode before the finale. And in that sequence, he was being possessed by the witches of Brendok. Needless to say, the series as a whole was an abject failure. I will not go into why, because this video that you clicked on at my command is not about The Acolyte. It is about the next live-action Star Wars series for Disney Plus. So this is Disney's Star Wars, so be on your P's and Q's, called Skeleton Crew. Now, whenever you hear the term Skeleton Crew, it means the minimal amount of staff needed to properly keep up the operations of a ship. That's the standard definition of a skeleton crew. A minimal staff. Just enough people to keep all the oars going in the right direction, make sure the rudders are going where they need to go. You know, a nautical term at least. But since Star Wars deals with stars and space travel, we'll find out what skeleton crew means, because we are watching the trailer in 3, 2, 1, go. That's different. It's from a child's perspective.
Will set the course of your entire future.
This doesn't look like Star Wars at all. From creator John Watts and Christopher Ford.
Don't you ever want to do anything exciting?
This looks like Earth in the future. Jon Favreau and Dave
What
Filoni.
we want in the whole galaxy. A real adventure. No pretend. I found something buried in the woods.
This has Ready Player One
What do you
vibes.
think it is?
I think it's a lost Jedi temple.
Why would you just come up with that? I don't know where in the timeline this series falls.
Be careful where you step.
But it does not feel like Star Wars. It feels like a suburban United States city. This December,
We're lost. Really lost.
what in the world is this?
Out there in space. Trust no one.
So this is a kids show. Someone has the Force. I believe that's Jude Law. Streaming December 3rd. This does not look like it was made for me. This is laughable almost. I have to admit, there is nothing about this trailer that's compelling me to watch it. To watch the movie, that is. I mean, the series, excuse me. Maybe things will change. It almost feels like Captain EO with that blue Max Rebo looking creature. But it feels very campy, which I don't mind. But the setting looked like a futuristic Earth, and I don't want anything to remind me of Earth when I'm in a galaxy far, far away. Not close to the chest or the vest, however the saying goes. The aliens look laughable. The one shooting looked... Now, okay, so from the gate, there's nothing here that I like. Do I hate? No, but there's nothing that will compel me to be seated and watching this on December 3rd. It almost feels like I'm just going to be making content videos for the sake of it. I just don't have any investment at this moment. Now, in fairness, this is the first trailer. I did recognize Jude Law, who is apparently a Jedi, and I don't know where in the timeline this series takes place, which I said during the trailer. But the aliens looked wacky. I almost feel like we reverted to 80s technology with puppets. Not to say that puppetry was bad in the 80s, because we got aliens and we got Jabba the Hutt. Two of the best practical effect creatures I've ever seen, and I'm standing on business, all 10 of my artificial toes, when I say that. Jabba the Hutt looked like an actual grotesque being, and the alien queen, which was a 14-foot tall animatronic, and it had resin coming from its mouth, the way its face slid out of that cranial skull thing, or whatever you want to call it. Two of the greatest puppets of all time, which were manufactured in the 80s. But this says campy 80s. Now, again, I don't mind campy, but don't regress. Be nostalgic, but do not de-evolve. Should I grade? I don't think I'm going to grade this because I don't have anything nice to say. And they say if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. That is obviously not a Sith tenet. Give yourself to the dark side.